This freaking pisses me off, and I'll tell you why. So I mentioned that I was really upset and that photo pissed me off. And I'll tell you guys why. Carmen and Corey is a YouTube channel just like everybody else's. They have a huge following. When you're in the millions, they're like 3 and 4 million people subscribe to their channels. And it's understandable that everyone goes through things. Everyone goes through problems. Everyone goes through relationship issues. It's understandable. It's also understandable as a family channel, as such a huge channel, that they're going to show their audience, show their subscribers a piece of their life. You know what I'm saying? They're going to share that with you guys. They want to add you and include you into their personal life because they want you guys to feel like you are a part of their life and a part of their family. However, Corey suffers from depression. Depression is a mental illness. And I watched this video. I do not watch their channel. I know of their channel because I was scrolling through YouTube and it just happened to come across my feed. And the picture that I saw in the beginning was the picture that I saw when I was scrolling. And I thought for a second, why does this individual have a gun to his head? That's interesting. So I went ahead to watch the video. And from someone who suffers from anxiety, that was very triggering. It was extremely triggering. And I know that if I felt that way, then the millions of followers he has, a certain percentage of the people that are watching that probably feels the same way. When I look at my analytics, I look at the age range of the people who follow my page. My age range ranges from 16 all the way into the 30s. And I'm not a family channel, but I know that people like him and his channels, his family channel, probably have kids at a very young age that watch their channel for numerous reasons. And a lot of people right now, especially during these times, are suffering from mental illnesses. So for him to express putting a gun to his head with the thought of contemplating suicide is very triggering. It's very triggering. I'm not down talking him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about him, so I don't think negative about him. I watched his video. I think that his message was correct. His method was incorrect. The message that he put out is he wanted to show his audience and he wanted to express with his audience about depression and how he suffers from it and the things that you go through. However, you got to understand that people have triggers, and people that might be watching that and seeing him put a gun to his head could possibly be a trigger. Somebody who could be on their very lowest point, hanging on the edge, may watch that and decide, this is it. This is it for me. So when I watched that, it was extremely triggering to the point where I was emotional, because I work with people who suffer from mental illnesses, and I know what it's like when they are triggered and they are at their lowest point. And so I posted this because we as YouTubers use clickbait. We as YouTubers, yes, we want the numbers. Yes, we want the views. Yes, we want the subscribers. We want the followers. It all matters to us. It makes us money potentially down the line. Someone like him, someone like a YouTuber with that status, profits off of that extremely. So you have to be very, 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 very sensitive to the type of information that you put out, because your audience is so grand. Your audience is so humongous. And so I'm posting this because I want people to know, if you suffer from depression, If you suffer from a mental illness, seek counseling. There's nothing wrong with counseling. There's nothing wrong with you if you seek counseling. Seeking counseling helps people out. You need to have another person speak positive things into your life. You're okay when you're suffering from a mental illness, because everyone knows that when you suffer from a disorder like that, your mind is not right. The voices in your head are sometimes louder than everything else around you. Okay? So when you're dealing with that and you're at your lowest point, seek help. Talk to somebody. Okay? Because remember, YouTube, sometimes it's for a show. Sometimes it's for clickbait. You can't always lean on these channels for answers, because everyone goes through things. So please, 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 if you know someone who is suffering from this disorder, suffering from depression, encourage them to seek help. All right? Love you guys. Wish you well.